recording. Okay, hello my lovelies. Today I'm going to show you something about Google Blogs and social media. If you have a Gmail, right over here, where these little, there's a little like, looks like kind of like a tic-tac-toe. If you click on that, right there's Blogger. If you're going to have a blog, you don't have to, but if you're going to use social media and have a blog, the best blog to have really is the Google blog. And that's not just because it tells you where your readers are, but it is mostly because if we go and view our blog, underneath the blog, down here at the bottom, we have all the social media icons so that you can push it up on Google. And if you know another writer that has a Google blog, push them up too, so then they'll push you up, and so on. Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter. So anything you put up here, you only have to do that once, and you can put it in all these places without having to repost it. Now, I want to talk to you also. I was talking to a fellow writer today about if she was just starting out, what would be the best piece of information to have that she didn't have then. And she said to look for like-minded people when you're trying to sell your book. And that doesn't mean other authors. That means other people who know how to market. So do your research, because that's really important. Okay, but here on social media, I misspelled it. Wattpad. I'll talk to you about Wattpad. And of course, none of this is something that you have to necessarily do. But Wattpad is it's really kind of sweet thing to have. Because if you have a Wattpad account, it's rather like Reddit, except for writers. And every day you write a little something, a story, a poem, whatever, maybe a paragraph about your day. And eventually you get a following there, and they will vote you up so that you get other followers there. It's really simple to use. It is time consuming, but all social media is. But so I suggest Wattpad. I also suggest Goodreads. This is where most people look for books now. Come on, Goodreads. Okay, and if you can get your book on Goodreads, that's a good thing, because that's where most people look before they buy. They don't go straight to Amazon. They first go to Goodreads and read the reviews. Because on Goodreads, just like on Lulu, you don't have to buy the book to review it. So if you had a focus group read it before you submitted it, they can put what they think up there for free without having to purchase anything, and that way you have at least some reviews for people to go by. So Goodreads is another one. If you're not into Wattpad, let me tell you something that's really amazing that I did not know. You know who else hosts writers and votes them up? You're going to be surprised. DeviantArt. DeviantArt, that's really where the younger crowd is. So if you're looking for the millennials and under, this is where you would want to place your writing. It's mostly art, but people do go on there and they do read the little excerpts. Maybe you put the first chapter of your book there, or you put a short story and underneath, well, I also have a book and the link is. And it's a really friendly place, because it's a very playful forum. Another good forum is, okay, I can't remember the name of it. Oh my gosh. Another good forum is Absolute Right. Now this is not something that you're going to, not like Facebook for advertising your book, but these are other writers Okay? And they can give you tips on things that you wouldn't even think about. They have articles, they have forums where you can talk to each other, and it's not really about selling your own book, it's about common problems that people run into, you know, when they're writing. Because we all know that we wrote our first book, and as soon as it was published, we thought, oh, I'm going to have $1 million by tomorrow, and then that didn't happen. So check them out, do your research, you know. Once in a while, another writer will say something that will help you, and if you're looking for that sort of thing, then Absolute Right is where you want to be. Now, I watched an interview from a New York Times bestseller author, and because I want to make it clear that an Amazon bestseller is not a bestseller. A bestseller is a New York Times bestseller. An Amazon bestseller sold 8 books. Literally 8 books. But a New York Times bestseller, now that's international. And what she said was, even with her book being by a traditional publisher, it took 1 year for people to even know it was out there. So if you've sold any books since you got published, be very proud of yourself. Books are a hard sell. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Now, okay, I'm sorry, I lost the words that I was going to say. Okay, now there is, or there used to be, but I'm not sure it's still there anymore. Just in case any of you are looking for a traditional. There is a site called Predators and Editors, but I'm not sure if it's still in working order. Let's see. No, it isn't. How unfortunate. Anyway, if you're going to start doing something on social media, maybe a free service, or you see some kind of opportunity and you want to take that opportunity, remember that the newer ones are giving you free things because they don't have anybody on their sites. But also, before you go and you say, okay, this agent is going to take my stuff to a traditional house, please remember to Google first complaints against, because you don't want your life's work being in litigation for 20 years because someone tried to take it. And that's and I'm going to say it again, your copyright is important. Don't mail it to yourself. Get it in government forms. If you're trying to go through the copyright office and you're getting fees of hundreds of dollars, then you've done it wrong. Just simply go back and keep trying until you get the 60. What you're really looking for a book or a manuscript of some kind is text short form. So that would be TX SF. If it's a coloring book or something with illustrations that need to be copyrighted, then you're looking for the visual art short form. And if it's charging you more than $60 or $70, you've done it wrong. But it's okay. Just go back and start again until you get it right. Okay, I guess that's about it. So get out there and sell everything. Good luck, guys. Bye.